colleagues mentioned before, Pajaro Issa plays many roles in her life. She is a mother, she is a wife, she is a college student, and of course, an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, she has a vision for her business. She consistently works to improve her community and herself to empower her two daughters and all women across Nigeria. As an African woman herself, she understands the long, yet sometimes difficult, yet beautiful and glorifying process it is doing hair. Through hair, she works to empower women. I myself, as a fellow Muslim woman, has always struggled through whether or not I should be wearing the hijab. It is through my experience of experiencing in society, the notion that beauty is hair. That is why I have been always reluctant to be wearing hijab personally. However, it is through Pajaro that I am reminded of the fact that beauty is, you are beautiful, no matter whether you are wearing the hijab or not, whether you're covering your hair or not, whether you decide to show it to all, to one, or to none, that you are beautiful. It has been an empowering experience to be working with Pajaro, and it's truly my honor to be representing her business and helping her start her business and bring her vision to life. In this presentation, we will show how a hijab can make an impact on society, on her community, and implement women empowerment. Now, I would like you to meet my team. My name is Alia Daniel.
I'm Dylan Bradford.
I'm Jeremiah Boyd.
I'm Gabby Roby.
I'm Shreya Papakin.
In this presentation, we will highlight the SWOT analysis, problem solutions, defining features, business identity, competition, target market, advertising, financial tracking, and budgeting.
With the information that Pajaro provided us, we created a SWOT analysis that includes her strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Some of her strengths are that she has little competition in her area, she has customer experience from her previous work in salons, and she's ambitious and driven, which are both key factors in becoming an entrepreneur. Some of her weaknesses, however, is that she does not have a stable budget plan, and she's also still in school, and she's a mother, so she will have to implement that into her scheduling, and she also has a smaller customer base that she's looking to expand. Some of the opportunities that she can capitalize on are that her location, she doesn't have much competition, so she's become the main hair care provider in her area. Another opportunity that she can capitalize on is that she has apprentices that can run her studio while she is being a mother and being a college student. Some threats that she may have to deal with are the instability and the market fluctuation in Nigeria. But with our advertising, we hope to overcome these threats and weaknesses and capitalize on her strengths and opportunities.
Some problems we had to face throughout the week was lack of customer base, no brand identity, and budgeting. The solutions we decided was, we found things that Pajaro wanted in our shop, but we made sure they were in the budget. Also, we created a logo that Pajaro decided and she loved that will represent her brand. And we also found a way to promote her business by using flyers, business cards, and a sign. That way people around Nigeria can see Pajaro's hair salon.
Now we're going to be talking about why Pajaro Salon is so special. Starting off, the quality of her services and her work is truly incredible, and it's a major contributing factor when people are deciding whether or not they want to pursue her services. Pajaro holds a major competitive advantage because she's the only hairdresser in her community. So this helps establish herself as a more reliable hairstylist amongst her community members. And lastly, during our Skype calls with Pajaro, she emphasized on the fact that she would be making her salon have a very welcoming environment for women from all walks of life.
So one of Pajaro's main concerns was a lack of brand identity. And with her input, we created a comprehensive brand identity that truly represents what she wants to be in a business. With her input of having black and white advertising, we created a logo that shows even though hair coverings are worn in her culture, this does not take away from the women's inner beauty. With the sleek and consistent brand identity that we created, it shows how professional and how excellent Pajaro and her brand and her salon will be.
Moving on to the consumer base, Pajara's target market is women of all ages. In the Nigerian community and the cultural aspect of Nigeria, many men like to keep their hair short and they don't like to grow it out, which is why it is difficult for Pajara to do certain hairstyles on men, because most of her hair services are catered towards people with longer hair. To further the advertising aspect of Pajara's business, our team has proposed a business sign, a business flyer, and a business card. So as you can see, the business sign has a grayscale coloring theme with Pajara's chosen logo on the top to reinforce the marketing of her business. The name of the business, Hairjara, is in bold letters to grasp the attention of the people that are walking past the sign on the streets. And our business slogan is "Your beauty is our duty," and that's underneath the name. And that helps capture Pajara's main mission, which is to empower young women all across the world and also help them feel confident in themselves. And she does that through her skill of hairdressing. Lastly, we have Pajara's phone number, just for anyone who wants to inquire about the business, set up any appointments, and just inquire about any services she provides.
Next, we have the business card. The business card is to be used when she is networking and using the word-of-mouth advertising solution. It highlights her name, her title, which is the owner, her phone number, her email, her location, and also her Facebook. So all prospective clientele can find updates on her Facebook, and all of her information is easily accessible.
Another way we can promote her business is via flyer. The flyer would include the logo that she decided on, her contact information such as phone number, email, and social media platforms, and also pull-aways. The pull-aways are a good investment because people that have a phone but doesn't have access to Facebook, they still have her contact information on them. That way they can contact her phone or email and still book an appointment. Another way people can book an appointment is via Facebook, which my partner Dylan will explain how that works.
So, as Jeremiah began to explain, social media is a great form of advertisement. Advertising through social media has multiple advantages. Some of these include the speed at which information can travel, but more importantly, the cost. Social media ads cost nothing, and the only work that goes into it is deciding what you need to post and designing what you need to post. And that's where our team comes in. We created various designs for Pajara to use throughout the year on holidays such as Eid, Ramadan, and in the middle here is one that she can use on a more regular basis. In designing these, we kept in mind the colors that Pajara asked us to use, and we made sure that her logo was right in the middle of each one as to connect the different messages and also emphasize her brand. So now that we've talked about advertising, I'd like to tell you about the Hairman. So hair is a major identifier for people all around the world, and Nigeria is no exception. Northern Nigeria, where Pajara lives, is predominantly Muslim, and one custom in Muslim culture is the hijab. These hijabs cover women's hair for the majority of the day, and without proper hairstyles, they can be difficult to wear and maintain. Pajara has an extensive knowledge of all these hairstyles, and our job was to narrow down which ones would work best for her company. In designing the hair menu, we kept in mind the color again, and also tried to emphasize the different styles. These styles are a selection of what she does best and will work best for her company.
Pajara also specifically wants to focus on customer service, as this was not previously focused on in her past salon experiences. With this customer survey, she can get direct feedback from her customers and get it efficiently and effectively, with questions such as how would they rate their experience, how they found out about her, and if they would come back again. With this, she can receive feedback, change her marketing, and then possibly improve and show her progress in her business.
Next, we have the calendar post. This highlights all Nigerian national holidays and also Muslim holidays so that Pajara knows when she needs to post on her Facebook or other social medias that she will create in the future. This will make sure all the clientele knows updates about her business endeavors and also just know when the holidays are.
In speaking to Pajara, as a team, we had to identify what was a priority in terms of budget. She didn't have a location or tools, so that came first. However, with the limited remaining money, advertising was able to create everything that we wanted to do. 250 business cards for $20 US, 150 flyers for $40, and one sign for $32. Under the dollars here, you'll see the Nigerian currency, the naira.
As Hajar's team, we want to make sure that we're correctly visualizing her image and making that dream a reality. She's a mother, a college student, and a wife. She plays all the roles and truly wears all the hats. Even though she has such a busy life and has a lot of circumstances to deal with, she still wants to support her family, her community, and herself. Pajaro has all the skills and the ambition that one needs in order to become an entrepreneur. Now, she just needs the platform in order to do so. With this grant money, we will not only be fulfilling Pajaro's dreams and desires, but we will be setting a standard for the Ibrahim Boca community, and we will also be providing a world of opportunities for other smart, strong, and confident Nigerian women. Thank you.
Well, let me start with this. Just to tell you how wonderful this presentation goes. I like the graphics. Very beautiful simulation. And I like how you guys keep exchanging from this side to this side. It's really incredible. The startup, in fact, you have like a lot of energy, even though I know you started struggling, kind of like not sure of what you're saying, but you keep going. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. So I like that. The logo, it's really pretty. It's simple, you know, it sends the message, so if you see it, you know exactly what it is. And you try as much as possible to put like the two cultures together. So you have like the people with the hijab and the people without the hijab. So you're kind of like telling two different stories, you know, like everyone is welcome. So I really like that. The culture consideration, it's also very important, you know, because wherever you're trying to establish a business, you need to take that into consideration, or else you will have a lot of challenges. So you guys have already, you know, strike that out. The survey tool, wow, this is amazing. Like, in part of every advertisement, I know definitely people just do produce flyers, business card, all these things, just giving it out without taking measures like, how do we assess this to make sure that it's making impact, right? And so you guys actually come up with exactly what it's supposed to, you know, kind of like track the successes of all this idea of producing flyers, business card for the business. So you guys have really done an incredible job. I like, just like I said, I like the images, everything is going on point, and you guys have the confidence. I like it. You know, like the girls, you have the confidence. You create the vibe actually to make this amazing presentation. So nice job.
Yeah, I agree that this is probably the most complete marketing you know, with your collateral and everything that I've seen today. So good job on that. Aaliyah, you made for somebody who's not Muslim or African, you made a good point in telling me what to expect, what the culture is, what the background is, you know, why hair in the Muslim culture is still very important, even though you wear the hijab. So thank you for that. Dylan, you had a really good voice, really strong voice, really good memorization as well. Jeremiah, same deal, you know, your voice was very strong, so good job. The only thing I will comment, there are some nitpicky comments, guys, so just be warned. Jeremiah, your hands are in your pockets right now, and when you're presenting, it makes you feel standoffish, so just be aware of that. And then also, at some point, and I think it's just you guys have so much energy, you're so excited. At one point, I looked up and you all were swaying like a pendulum, like at the same time, which is funny, but yeah, just be aware of that in the future, because it does become distracting, especially when you're standing right next to the presentation. There was a SWOT item where it said that it was a strength that she has little competition. That's actually an opportunity. It's not a strength. So I mean, it could be, I guess, if you think about it, but it's more of an opportunity because that means that she can expand her market even more. And then like I said, really good job on everybody's part to say your slides, etc. Your flyer with the pull tabs, that was an amazing, you see it all around campus and everything, but you don't really think about it. You had the other thing was you had a logo or a flyer, and it was just, I think it was just a placement of the scissors, but you had leaves, and at one point, it was hard to tell if it was a shearing yard business or if it was a hair business. So just make sure you're consistent with those things. I know it's like very nitpicky, but when you have a second to look at it, and that's what you're trying to do, you're like, oh, okay, it's a lawn business. I don't need to pay attention, right? But yeah, again, good social media. You had a lot of, you really thought about it. So from a marketing and advertising perspective, that was really good. Like you went through and thought about, when is she going to be closed? When is she going to be open? We need to have different, banners for her Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. So good job.
Great. Yeah, I think you guys are ready for Shark Tank. I've really been enjoying these. So, I want to say the opening, very, very strong. I think it's great to have the personalization, like saying, being a Muslim woman yourself. That was kind of it's a great way to start the presentation and really compelling. I do like in the descriptors you all kind of provided both like adjectives of who she is and then plus ones that related to kind of like the market as well. So that was good in just having a really broad understanding overall of who she is. I think you guys had very, very strong visualization. The logo to me is just, it hit the nail on the head. I think you're showing a woman who has the hijab on and then, that she can still have her hair done under that hijab and still feel beautiful and empowered. And so that really, really means a lot. It was simple, it was effective, it has the tools on there. I think you all did a good job of keeping the branding consistent across different types of materials. You mentioned that, you want to make sure it's in the center, and in each of those items, it was in the center and you still knew what exactly the business was. Something else just to consider is that you talked about, using feedback in the survey, which is really good, but it's a handwritten survey. And I think just in this age of social media, if she has Facebook, maybe just asking people to leave reviews, on there as well to really expand the brand power. I think one other thought I had was in terms of the flyers and the cards. I think it's good cultural recognition of people who might not have Facebook and can pull those. I think one thing maybe it would be good to know is, okay, well, where are these flyers and cards going? We talked in the other presentation, you mentioned that wanting to not be in a city area or in an urban area. And so where are these flyers going to go now that you have these materials? And then in terms of presentation, I really like how, especially the transition between you two, you said, now I'm going to kick it over to Dylan, who's going to talk about this. It keeps, the judge or the audience, whoever, kind of guessing of who's going to talk next, and you guys did a really good job. Again, everything reflects lots of hard work. I can't believe you all did this in a week, but it looks really, really good. Congratulations.